Things keep going from bad to worse for Republicans, and here's why. For starters, Trump's economic plans have backfired badly, as Canada's top leaders have announced that they will cut off energy supply to America if Trump proceeds with his 25% tariff plan. This would absolutely be devastating for the U.S. economy, as our country receives a ton of crude oil from Canada, which is used for making gas. If Trump lets Canada cut off this energy supply, gas prices will rise across the country, and that will be absolutely embarrassing for Republicans. Then you have the decline of Elon Musk's social media platform, as millions of users continue to delete their X platforms and download Blue Sky Social, which was created by the original founders of Twitter. I'm personally loving Blue Sky Social, where I post every day. Feel free to give me a follow. Lastly, Trump just revealed in an interview that he is unsure if he will be able to lower grocery prices, stating that it would be, quote, very hard to do so. Unfortunately, everyone but Republicans knew that Trump was not going to have solutions for our economy. Best case scenario for the country is Trump just takes credit for the Biden-Harris economy, just like he did in 2016 after inheriting Obama's economy.
What?
Oh, nothing. I'm just wondering if you heard what Donald Trump said about not being able to lower the grocery prices.
Here we go. He said it's gonna be hard, not that it's gonna be impossible.
Right, but he's not even in office yet, and he's already backtracking on his main campaign promise.
Here we go. You're gonna try to explain tariffs to me and then make it about immigration?
I wasn't even going to bring that up because it's a given, but yeah, that is going to make things more expensive.
Well, I guess that just means that people are gonna have to shop for products made in the USA.
Do you know we still need to import things to make U.S. products?
I think what's so interesting about you is that y'all have zero faith. You don't understand that he's gonna make the gas prices cheaper, which is gonna in turn work out. So I don't care if I have to pay a little more for my groceries.
Oh wait, so now you don't care?
That's right. I don't care that I am paying a little bit more for this sliced cheese.
Right. The sliced cheese that you have to count for your kids.
Plus, everyone knows if we go into an economic recession, it's gonna be Biden's fault, not Daddy Trump's.
So now that Trump has came out and said, hey, I don't know how I'm actually going to lower these grocery prices, and honestly what I'm going to do probably is going to raise them. What's going to be the new thing to say? I'm pro-Trump. I love Trump so much because what did you vote for? Grocery prices. Remember, you didn't vote for the wokeness. You voted for grocery prices. How's that going? You believed a man who has gone to the grocery store once, and it was during his fucking campaign. That man doesn't even know what a Walmart looks like inside. That's stupid.
And there you have it. Take a look at what Donald Trump just admitted. Trump says that he can't guarantee Americans won't see their prices go up under his tariff plan.
Economists of all stripes say that ultimately consumers pay the price of tariffs.
I don't believe
Can
it.
you guarantee American families won't pay more?
I can't guarantee anything. I can't guarantee tomorrow.
Ah, yes. The same guy who was elected because he claimed that he would lower your prices now says that his plan may actually raise your prices. It's almost like believing somebody who lies as easily as he breathes may not have been the best idea.
So Trump lied to you again. We called it, and he lied to you. Remember when he said this?
Prices way down because people can't afford their groceries, and they're going to be affording their groceries very soon.
He kept saying he was going to lower prices on day one. That it was so easy that all he was going to do was drill, baby, drill. And all you MAGAs just swallowed it. And, oh, Mr. Trump, he's going to lower the prices. And now that he won the election, fooled you, got your vote, he says in an interview that it's very hard. He doesn't know because it's going to be very hard. He doesn't know if more gas will lower the prices. Meanwhile, Exxon already said they're not drilling anymore. He also said that maybe a better supply chain, you know, like we've been telling you, there was a problem, supply chain. Does that ring a bell? Probably doesn't. That is why Trump loves the poorly educated, because they believed everything he says. And now that he won, he simply says, you guys are suckers. I'm out. This is my rant, and I'm out.
So Trump has apparently said that he's not sure he can lower grocery prices because it's really difficult to do that. So much for lower egg prices. You sold your souls for nothing.
So Donald Trump admitted in a Time interview today that grocery prices are not going to go down. It's really hard to do that, and he really actually can't do that. And the interviewer even asked him if he thought his presidency would be a failure if he couldn't do that, since he promised to do that, and he said he didn't think so. This comes on the back of a couple days ago admitting in an interview that he can't guarantee that tariffs won't make those prices go up, actually. So I'm really glad that y'all threw away your morals and values for lower grocery prices. Yeah.
Grocery prices have skyrocketed. How can a family afford that? So when I win, I will immediately bring prices down.
4 months later.
Says reducing food prices will be very hard after campaign promise to cut costs. Trump doing his press tour after being named Time Magazine's Person of the Year said during his time there at the New York Stock Exchange, full of billionaire CEOs, that reducing food prices will be, quote, very hard, and that he doesn't know if he can bring them down because once things get to a certain price, it's very hard to bring them down. This should come as a surprise to no one, not anyone. This should do is help people understand the importance of understanding the difference between rhetoric and actual ability to enact policy promises. Trump has no more campaigns to run. He has nothing else to win. All he has is the next 4 years to get himself as insulated and rich as possible. It's very likely that after the next 4 years, there's probably going to be more cases, more trials, whatever it is that the judicial system wants to go at Trump with, even with this new immunity ruling by the Supreme Court. It's likely that he's not going to stop being attacked for the things that he's done and may do in the next 4 years. What's important to understand is the things that Donald Trump says are very easy to attach to if you are able to look at them objectively. So let's just say you have a staircase at your house. You walk down your stairs every single day, and over time, the very bottom step becomes worn and starts to wear out and starts to creak and then finally starts to crack. If every day at the bottom of the steps, somebody was standing there and they said, yeah, see, like the people that made these stairs, like they're trying to kill you. At first, you'd be like, what are you talking about? That's crazy. But over time, if you just keep implementing the same message time after time after time, consistently, not changing it, sticking to it word for word, driving it home, you're eventually going to turn on yourself and be like, I really wonder, is this stair purposely made for me to get hurt? It sounds stupid, but in theory, and really think about it, his messaging is designed to be very simple, to attract people at a very calculated rate. He does this intentionally because he knows that his voter base is largely uneducated and are not going to tie themselves to very intricate, deep, well thought out messaging. So for him to attract and maintain a very strong, very passionate core voter base, he uses very simple analogies, very simple messaging to tie to those electorates. The next 4 years is not going to be about fixing grocery prices. It's not going to be about bringing down taxes. He actually announced at the New York Stock Exchange that he's looking to cut the tax rate to 15%. The corporate tax rate at 15% would provide billions of dollars to top corporations, not to the middle class. It's also not surprising that he's filled his cabinet with over 27 billionaires for his upcoming administration. This is not an I told you so moment for Democratic voters to look at Republican voters and say, gotcha. Actually, quite the opposite. It's time for Democratic voters to look inward and realize that this is how easy it can be to capture voters. Not that it has to be done unfairly, sneaky, or slimy. It can be done with simple messaging that attracts people, that ties to pain points that people have, and that get people behind the messaging that you're pushing out. This isn't the first or the last time that we're going to see Donald Trump back off of a lot of the promises that he made on the campaign trail, because these next 4 years are about him and the people in his circle getting richer, more protected. And at the end of these 4 years, I think a lot of us on either side are going to look back and wonder, what the fuck were we thinking?
Donald Trump is now admitting that he won't be able to lower grocery prices after running his entire campaign on lowering grocery prices. Donald Trump was selected by Time magazine to be Person of the Year, which is just someone who had the most impact, and that impact can be good or bad. But they did an interview with Donald Trump along with this cover. And near the end of the article where they're talking about this interview, they said, quote, "Yet already, Donald Trump is moving the goalposts on some of his pledges, like lowering the price of groceries. He said, quote, "It's hard to bring these things down once they're up. You know, it's very hard." MAGA got played. Trump ran his entire campaign on lowering grocery prices. He never told us how he was going to do it, just that somehow, magically, he was going to be able to. And now even he himself is basically saying, yeah, it's not going to happen. If you supported Donald Trump based on the idea that he was going to somehow be able to lower your prices, understand that he lied to your face. He lied straight to you. Didn't care. He said whatever it took to get elected. And now we have this maniac who's not going to do anything for the next 4 years.
We will end inflation and make America affordable again. We're going to get the prices down. We have to get them down. It's too much. Groceries, cars, everything. We're going to get the prices down. But prices will come down. You just watch. They'll come down, and they'll come down fast. Not only with insurance, with everything. Tomorrow, I will end inflation. We will cut your taxes, end inflation, slash your prices. I will end inflation. End inflation. Slash your prices. To rapidly reduce inflation, I will end inflation very quickly. You know, end inflation. Slash your prices. We will cut your taxes. End inflation. Slash your prices. We're going to get your prices down. Now we're bringing the cost down.
We have some breaking news right now. For the first time, Donald Trump has now admitted that he's unsure whether he'll actually be able to bring down any grocery prices for everyday Americans in a new interview with Time magazine. Donald Trump said, quote, "It's hard to bring things down once they're up. You know, it's very hard." Now, this comes after Donald Trump for the first time admitted just days ago that he could not guarantee that the imposition of his tariffs would not increase prices on everyday Americans. He was specifically asked in this Time magazine interview whether if prices of groceries don't come down, will your presidency be a failure? And he said, "I don't think so." Well, a lot of folks voted for Donald Trump because he talked about the price of groceries and said that he'll be able to reduce the prices of groceries on day one in office, essentially. And now he's saying he doesn't think he'll be able to do it, or he's unsure he's going to be able to do it. You know, people are already upset. On the right, on the left, in the center, people across America are annoyed at this answer already. In any event, comment below your thoughts, spread the word so more people know, and follow along for all the news you need to know about.
Donald Trump thinks he made up the word groceries, and suddenly people started using the term. But now he says he also cannot lower the price of groceries. Your thoughts?
Well, you know, the thing about this coming presidency that we can actually hope for is that Donald Trump's not going to do what he said he was going to do. Like, if you take the list of things he said he was going to do, most sane people would want him to fail at most of those things. And then the other things, we'd all love him to stop inflation. Just stop it. Yeah. That's impossible. It's never happened. It won't happen. And so that he knows that that's not going to happen. He has no policy. The only policy he came up with that has any direct relationship to inflation is the most inflationary policy a government can come up with, which is tariffs.
Donald Trump just told Time magazine it's too hard to bring the prices of groceries down.
I thought it was his campaign promise he was going to bring the prices down.
Get over it! He did say that, but then he said in the interview recently that it's hard to bring the prices down once they're already up. He said he can't make any promises, but he still thinks they'll come down.
He made a promise saying...
Were you not listening? There's only so much he can do! Tariffs will ruin supply chains. However, he did say a better supply chain and energy prices should bring them down.
The energy prices are going to bring the groceries down.
Yes, that's what he said! You do not believe him!
Number one, that doesn't make any sense. And number two, what energy? The energy Canada is threatening to withdraw because of his tariffs?
Stop taking Trump literally and out of context. I still believe Donald Trump will be able to get the groceries
down. How can
you
possibly believe the price of groceries are going to come down, especially with the introduction of his
tariffs?
You're
not listening! If Donald Trump said the prices of groceries will come down, then the prices of groceries will come down! That's not to understand! What's not to understand? Tariffs are going to raise the price of everything.
What? No, they're not going to do that.
After Trump raises tariffs, we're going to buy American products for cheaper.
They'll make Mexico pay for the border wall.
I understand your faith and your beliefs.
You better.
But just saying words and saying things will happen doesn't make them happen. We need actionability behind these words.
Time Magazine recognizes his action and ability. He was named Person of the Year. Guess he's not as bad as everybody.
Do you even know why Time Magazine chooses people as Person of the Year?
Isn't it based off the merits of their character and good deeds and contributions to society?
No, it's the person that had the greatest impact in general among Americans, good or bad.
And Donald Trump only does good, so that's why he was chosen as Person of the Year. No other president has made such an achievement in their lives.
It's tradition for presidents to be...
It's too late. Terrence 2025.
Do you look anything up before talking?
Don't make more videos on Luigi.
They're trying to make an example of this woman.
This is who the media is right now. That's who this is the grasshopper from A Bug's Life. That's all of the media that's saying like, oh, you can't celebrate this. Oh, you shouldn't. Oh, it's so terrible. This isn't how our society. No, they're the fucking grasshoppers that it's not about food. It's about keeping the ants in line.
The fact that Donald Trump is doing to his supporters everything that they complain that the Democrats are doing to black folks. There's certain things that are so rich that you cannot not laugh at it. The fact that the presidency, it's scary. The presidency didn't even start yet. And there's already so much drama. Like, I can't even imagine what 2025 looked like. Because even taking out the whole immigration thing, there's just been so much drama. The fighting between RFK, the fighting between Elon Musk and all the other cabinet picks, it's already dramatic. And the fact that Trump is sitting there like, guys, I can't do this shit that I promised you. Like, come on, like, you didn't believe this, did you? Like, oh my God, you can't. I'm sorry, it's hilarious. It is hilarious.
Hello, you guys. Well, again, here's Trump saying that he cannot deliver on lowering groceries because they're already too high. To all my people, to all my subscribers who voted for Trump, what do you guys think about this? Are you guys upset? Do you guys think he would turn everything around? Because this is very upsetting to lie to people for votes, right? And it just sucks that everything's gonna go up once he put these tariffs in place on Canada and Mexico. And I wouldn't be surprised if we're paying $10 for a box of cereal, because we're already paying. Damn, I went to the grocery store 2 days ago, and Lucky Charms, which is one of my favorite childhood cereals, yeah, $8, right? $8. And I'm just like, wow, I can't believe this. So now groceries are probably going to be even higher. And then Canada is talking about they may not even bring over something that the United States economy needs because of these 25% tariffs that Trump is putting on Canada. Man, I wonder which lie is going to be dispelled now, because this man just thinks he could just do anything, right? And he is letting all his supporters down. And if you guys didn't see my video, I think I did like a month ago. The red states, they want to change their votes. And too late to do that because you guys already voted for what you guys wanted, right? And it's cool, but I just hate that everything might go skyrocket, come January. And it would suck for people like me who can barely afford groceries. And it's super sad that we're going to keep struggling. Like they've been saying for years, yes, they've been saying for years since 2020, there's no more middle class. There's only the rich and only the poor now. So we're going to see come January 2020 how, I mean, look at me, 2020. 2025 will play out, but we just got to sit back and see. And I hope that this man can deliver and lower the grocery prices if he can't lower anything else, especially in California, because it's really high in California. It's very ridiculous, man. And I did a video on affordable groceries in 2025. I did that video, and I see everybody celebrating this, his victory. So they're like, oh yeah, cheaper grocery prices. And now I'm wondering how they feel 4 months later that Trump can't give them those lower grocery prices. So are people feeling the sting? Are they nervous? That they didn't vote for Kamala? I mean, both parties are not great parties, because it just seems like every 4 years we're voting Republican and we're voting Democrat. We never see an independent. We never see another one. We only see Republican and Democrats, and it's been like that for 200 years. So tell me what you guys think, even if you didn't vote for Trump. Are you guys laughing in Mega's faces about what's happening? Hold on, you guys. Hold on. All right, you guys. I'm back. Let's just say, you guys, how do you guys feel? Do you think the people who voted for the Democrats are laughing in Mega's faces because of this? Tell me what you guys think below. But what do I know? I'm just a talking head. Have a great day, YouTube.